Hey, what's up, guys? Ricky here. Just want to make a video about core values and something to really just think about. I'm not going to make this video too long. Just a little tidbit, you know, as I'm just walking through a dirt path, like literally just a dirt ass path. So it just got me thinking, like, you know, a lot of people, including myself, you know, sometimes feel like they're missing out on things you could be doing or decisions, okay? For instance, okay, I'm not gonna make this too long, but probably my father will see this anyway. But like, he could have made a decision and the decision would have changed his life. He was coming up during the times of, you know, Silicon Valley, and he was very gifted. He was a very gifted programmer. This is my adopted father, right? A very gifted programmer. And I don't know my real parents, but whatever. But, and he had the opportunity to stay in California, and he was working on a lot of stuff. He's actually built a computer for NASA, and he was just coming up at that time. He could have been literally a multi-billionaire right now. But he made the decision to stay in Brooklyn with my mother and her family. Bunch of crazy Italians. And he made the decision. So it didn't pan out the way he could have panned out, and then he ended up going into depressions, heart attacks, and went broke. I had to take care of him for multiple years. I still take care of him. I don't even know where the hell this is going, but I keep walking. So what I'm getting at is that there was a lot of anxiety and animosity between him and my mother over those decisions. And me coming up as a wild-ass teenager didn't really help out. I mean, now it helps out because I turned myself around and helped a shit ton of people. But, and they're proud of me, right, which helps me. But at the end of the day, I just think about, like, the core values. And, yeah, I could have had a different life, okay? I could have been in a different country, living in a beach house somewhere, smoking weed all day on the beach type of shit, right? And then you think to yourself and you're like, well, why ain't I doing that? You could do that. I know people who became digital nomads and just roamed around the world. Okay, I'm not gonna name names, but one of them you probably know, old school marketer. Let's just say his last name is Reese. But besides that, all right, I just want to say something. I'm listening to this book right now, okay? It's called The Art of Not Giving a Fuck. And I'm like, well, Crystal was like, you already don't give a fuck, so why is there an art to it? I'm like, I guess so. So I'm listening to it. But he said something really, really interesting, which sparked this little creative video. And he said basically, just laughing with the person you love, or doing the most mundane task, even though it sucks, but it you know, maybe you're helping somebody. Well, guess what, guys? That's core values, all right? As long as you're not missing out on core values of life, I don't think you're missing out, all right? You can look at everything. You can look at this dirt path that I'm walking down, which is in the middle of a park where I don't even know the hell this goes, and say like, oh, well, I could be in Puerto Rico right now. I could have rented a mansion this weekend. I could have been, you know, I could be in Florida, in Cocoa Beach. I could be in Cancun having a freaking party, right? And then you're like, well, why am I here? Well, you got to make the best of things, right? And you got to, like, focus on core values. Like, I don't believe you're really missing out on anything, to be blunt with you. I don't believe so. I think that our minds just make us feel like we're missing out all the time, and there's something else so much better. The grass is greener on the other side. And that happens in relationships too, 100%. Not only just business relationships, but personal relationships, friendships, siblings. Like, you kind of like look at other lives and the fucking fakeness on Facebook and shit, and you be like, they have the perfect life, and I'm freaking missing out. Or this guy is better because he does this, and why am I not with him, or whatnot, okay? And, you know, and I gotta admit, sometimes I felt the same way in the relationship. And I think we all feel like that. Or you see somebody that's making a lot of money, and you're like, I'm better than him, and I'm smarter than him, but I don't know how to do this like him. and then you start getting jealous and shit. Well, go bring yourself back down to earth and focus on core values, because honestly, that is the trick. Once you master core values and you actually give a fuck, everything just comes. It may not come in the way that you want it, like, you know, luxurious lifestyles and things. Like, you know, like, I made so much money in my career that I could have had a Bentley. I could have been driving around in a Rolls Royce. I don't buy those shits. I don't know. Maybe it's because, like, I still wear the same clothes with holes in it. Like, I don't really give a fuck, you know? But at the end of the day, guys, I just want to say that you focus on what matters to you the most. You focus on the core values, things that make you happy. You look at things as beautiful, not as disgraces. And you pick yourself up and you dust yourself off and you keep fucking moving, right? All right, hope this helps you out a little bit. I'm just going to continue taking this walk. I have no idea where this trail is going. I haven't walked this before. So I'll catch you in another video. Peace.